If you ask a vegan why they don't eat honey, they might tell you about the wings of the queen being clipped to prevent the hive from moving, or about how we replace the honey we take with an inadequate food source, which makes the bees unhealthy on the long term. Which won't matter all that much, because the bees will be gassed during winter, since it's not profitable to maintain a hive during a season when no honey is produced. But should we support the honey industry in order to save the bees? Since without them, plant life and humanity will inevitably go extinct. And aren't vegans just terrible hypocrites for boycotting the honey industry but still consuming products which are a direct result of artificial pollination done by honeybees? Hello everyone, my name is Joy and I'm very excited about this video because I get to talk about bees. Yes, honeybees are artificially used for pollination of crops. For the production of honey, we tend to use the Apis mellifera, commonly known as the Western honeybee. As the name might suggest, this type of bee is native to Western Europe, but is used all around the world for their remarkable abilities. For example, in North America, which main exports include tropical fruits and cereals. In 1622, European settlers brought the apis over to America, specifically for honey production. About 200 years later, during the gold rush, these bees were also brought to California. Now, most plant life and 75% of all crops require pollination. But the US had plenty of plant life, both wild and domesticated, before the Western honeybee was introduced. This is because this type of bee is not the only pollinator. There are other species of bees, around 20,000 globally, but also wasps, moths, butterflies, beetles, and even birds and bats that do the job. This means that we could use other pollinators, but why would we if we could get some honey in the process? Unfortunately, because the Western honeybee is an invasive species, it pushes a lot of native pollinators out of their environment. They are also linked to the spread of diseases to wild pollinators, causing further decline. On top of that, because honeybees only pollinate plants that give them nectar, this also affects wild plant populations. Now, none of what I just said means that vegans cause zero damage through consumption, and that idea definitely deserves to be criticized if you find a vegan that holds that position. I haven't found one yet. But through the boycott of the honey industry, I'm hoping to vouch for more sustainable methods of pollination, not to mention an end to the cruel practices involved. Because the honey industry doesn't save the bees, and is dangerous to the biodiversity of our planet. It is one of many reasons as to why vegans don't eat honey. So thank you so much for watching. I will leave my sources and links down in the description if you're interested, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!